Big round of recording in progress. Okay. Big round of applause for Hussein. Good job. You're able to use that technique of killing time at the beginning of your speech. Dreams, and photos, and I have a lot of dreams. This is a really hard question, picking one dream. And then you got like about 15-20 seconds to think of the idea of skydiving. So you still have a bit more time to speak. So maybe you can tell us like a bit more about this dream of skydiving, why it represents you, and is there like a value attached to skydiving that we can also relate to? Remember, not all the audience members want to skydive, but is there value attached to it? Maybe we should cherish memories in life, and skydiving is the way that you do it. Okay, so I believe we are running out of time. So I'll go back. Vikrant, yes. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So to summarize, there are 5 ways you can prepare for an unprepared speech. Well, prepare for the topic. You have the theme, you have common topics in Toastmasters. Build up a story bank over time. If you're afraid that the answer to your question will be wrong, know that there's no such thing as a right answer, and you too have the ability to challenge the question. Worried your speech is not organized? Well, build a habit of having an introduction, body, and conclusion. If you really cannot do introduction, always have your summary, always have your conclusion. And if you can use prep structure, even better. Unable to come up with ideas on the spot, well, you can buy some time. Comment on the question, repeat the question, ask the audience the question. Idea generation tools, Pestle, local, global, international. We heard about the philosophy tool over here from Ruthvik, health, wealth, spirituality, and relationships, and whether we are achieving these goals in life. You can also use personal examples, material from your daily life. And if you can't deliver a memorable speech, don't beat yourself up. Assess which level of impromptu speaking you're at and slowly aim for the higher goals. Okay. I believe, yeah, okay, we are out of time, so I don't think I'll talk about this. Okay, do we have any questions?
Do we have any questions, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, I have one.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you suggest, actually I forgot the name of the book I was writing, but I forgot, which helps us to improve these things, like you told about story bank.
Story bank. So yeah. There's a book called Story Worthy. So basically the author just recommends that you collect stories from your daily life. But I mean, you can read as many books as you want about public speaking. I think there's a book called How to Become an Exceptional Presenter, and there's a second version of the book, How to Become an Exceptional Virtual Presenter, which is also a good read. But I would say, like, you read as much as you want, but it does not beat practice. Okay. Public speaking is like swimming. You can't read about swimming and then become an Olympic champion. You got to try it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, Joy, I have one question. Like, as you said, that many topics repeats. Many of the topics would be repeating. Now, in the case the topic would be repeating, there would be a certain kind of a content that I have for that topic. And that I may not be able to recall, or I have certain linkage to that topic and the content. If I don't recall that, then how do I cover it at that point?
Don't recall that. So that's why I would say, like, the core topics that really repeat themselves, spend some time working on those speeches. and remember them. I'm not saying remember it word for word, but remember the core elements of the story, right? Like if I talk about how maybe a powerful speech for me about friendship was the fact that I got bullied when I was in school, but like it was my responsibility as a good friend to notice that other people were getting bullied too. And instead of just, wasting time trying to look cool, telling the bully to accept me, it was in my best interest to just become friends with the other people who got bullied. So I'm not necessarily memorizing this story word for word, but I know, okay, who are the key characters in this story? What is the plot twist and what is the message? Those are the three main components of stories. In any story, can be your personal life, can be a movie, can be a book, but you need to know the core elements of it, and you can immediately link the topic to your powerful story, to your message, and that is what impresses the judges.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, any more questions?
Jay, I have one. I will
Yes.
just have a quick question. Yeah. So I think once we are trying to create, the verbal content, there is a time for us to fill in with our, physical gestures. With every verbal sentence that you make, you can always use physical gestures, and then that actually takes time, right? So how do you suggest, somebody to use that 2 minutes and 30 seconds with a good balance to have enough verbal content and yet have those gestures to, take time and create that impact?
I would say gestures become a habit over time. Like you get used to when you're supposed to emphasize in your speech, what words you're supposed to emphasize on, and you can use hand gestures. Or let's say, for example, I'm talking about a story, so I can talk about past, present, future. So I'm able to do that, but it's become a habit over time. And initially, even me, when I would like write my speeches here, I just have the agenda, but like I would actually draw emojis or highlight words, or have those double lines for pauses. And when I do workshops with students, I make them do that specifically so that they can be mindful of where to add gestures, where to add emphasis with their voice, where to add emotion, facial expressions. But it becomes a habit over time. You just have to practice.
Right. Thank you, Jay. Joy.
No problem. Okay. So I think we'll wrap it up over there. I wish you all the best for table topics, speeches, contests in the future. If you ever need a workshop about public speaking or communication at your club, maybe at your company, feel free to let me know. And that's all from me. Back to you, Jayesh.
I would like to stand and give you a round of applause. It was a fabulous,
Have a seat. Don't worry.
fabulous session. Amazing, Toastmaster Joy. Loved it, really loved it. Thank you. And she is making the Indian flag and the Toastmasters flag rise high in Hong Kong. Fabulous, Toastmaster Joy. Loved it. Please, everyone, please give a round of applause. Don't stop till I say.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you once again. I would like to take this here as, all those problems that you mentioned. You have cleared all my doubts of how can I come and deliver my speech in table topics, right? So your gestures, the topics that you told about, the pistol, how can you take more time, and you should need to talk on your topic itself, but don't be specific, yes, towards this or towards that, for or against. I loved your presentation. Your presentation comprised of around 24 slides, and it was amazingly put. Hats off to your your presentation work, the flow, everything was the word of the day, I would like to tell you, was consummate. Amazingly put. Please Again, it was, I think from this presentation, the speakers out here, who those are feeling that, okay, I don't want to go into table topic contest, will say, I am the one who's going to take the participation and I will go for the table topic contest, because speaking after the session is a piece of cake for me. So let us all join hands. And I would like to thank from Heritage City Toastmasters Club to Toastmaster Joy with this small token of appreciation from our side. Thank you very, very much, Toastmaster Joy, for coming and enlightening us.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am. And hopefully, if you get time through Toastmasters, we'll definitely meet in person. Looking forward to seeing you in Gujarat, in India, very soon. All right. So, guys, after this wonderful session, I know it is evening time and you might be waiting for snacks, but listen, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away to all those guests, because this is the time for the champions to have their breakfast. So let me call upon the general evaluator for the day again, who is not, that is why I'm wearing that color, and he is Toastmaster Lal Babu. Welcome back.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Jayes, and I'm glad to be here again. And I would like to take this occasion to thank Toastmaster Joy for that amazing session. How could I have missed that opportunity to get evaluated by somebody who is the best? But now coming to a role that is mine and mine alone today with my tag team and evaluators, I would like to call upon stage the first speech evaluator, who is Toastmaster Pranshu. Toastmaster Pransu introduces himself as an accidental engineer and a businessman by passion. He's an avid reader and loved to play guitar occasionally. Only he can say why he loved to play guitar occasionally if he loves it. But over to you, Toastmaster Pransu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lal Babu, for this wonderful, wonderful introduction. Thank you so much for that. So coming to the evaluation for the Rahul Gaur. First of all, I would give a round of applause for him for his first ever speech, which is the icebreaker speech. Very good, Rahul Gaur. It takes a guts to take that role and stand and speak in front of everyone. We were inspired by your story. So I'll use the CRC approach and tell you the proper evaluation which I noticed, starting with the best points which I felt. What was the best experience? So first of all, you stood and spoke. You didn't sit and be comfortable on your chair and deliver your speech. That was something which I felt that was very good. Most of us sit here and deliver the speech, which is in actual case, we won't be sitting and giving the speech. So that is a wonderful thing. Second, you started with a fact. So there was some fact regarding some emissions or something, which would instantly catch audience's attention towards you. I really appreciate that. The fact you said and the way you started your speech. Third, your content was powerful and it was flowing out of you naturally. I didn't feel that you wrote something and you mugged up and then you spoke. It was flowing naturally out of you. And because of that, there was an authenticity on your face. Correct. And trust me, when we can see that authenticity on your face, audience will literally get connected to you. They'll feel that this guy is not making up things. It is an actual thing. So the authenticity you showed on the stage was wonderful. I really appreciate you for that. One more thing, for newcomers and for the people who are giving their first ever icebreaker speeches, they kind of get stuck in between. They do a lot of times. But in your case, you didn't stop. You did stop, but it didn't felt like you stopped. So once again, it was a wonderful thing. Now coming to the recommendation part, things you could have done in a better way. You already did very wonderful, but some points where I feel that you could have done better. First of all, you have a great smile, don't you? Everyone would love to see you if you had a constant smiling face. So I'd request you to keep that smile always. Second, if possible, put a humor a little bit. For a icebreaker speech, I understand that I can't expect a full-fledged proper speech, but a little bit humor would be a icing on the cake. You could have ended up again with a fact or with a proper conclusion, right? So that's one more feedback from my side, and that's it. You could have ended up with proper story and a proper conclusion, and that's all I have to say. In conclusion, all in all, it was a wonderful speech, and I really all the best to you, and I really appreciate your speech. So once again, huge round of applause for Rahul Gaur.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pransu, for that evaluation. And now we will have the evaluator of the second speech, Toastmaster Hardik. Toastmaster Hardik is an entrepreneur and a change maker with 15 plus years of global experience in technology, consulting, and social arena. As a problem solver, Hardik is working for a small change in the society that can have a long-term major impact to over 1 billion lives. Over to you, Toastmaster Hardik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lal Babu. Bharat, this was your second speech. However, it looked to me and most of our listeners like you are a consummate speaker. What a great speech, starting with common man Raju and asking a couple of questions. That's an interesting way to grab the attention from audience. In terms of your speech, within like short 5 to 6 minutes of duration, you included powerful stories, 5 stories, fables, and messages in terms of emotional garbage. And those, when we were hearing your stories, we could connect. There was emotion, there was laughter, and a great content. So kudos to your story and structure. In terms of your body language, yes, we can connect with your body as well. And the way you concluded by providing another story and a great example of Dhoni, I think that won my heart. I'm a big fan of Dhoni, and whatever you said, that was absolutely correct. In terms of constructive feedback, I would
Toastmaster Hardik, you're on mute. Yeah, no problem.
Can you hear me now? In terms of constructive feedback, I have couple of for you. There was kind of echo couple of times when you were giving a speech. Second, backside of your background, there were couple of lights. So I think next time if you work with your echo and light, that will take you to the next level. And the last, I could say that your camera, it would have been better if it could be at a eye level. Overall, it was an impressive speech, and everybody would have learned something in terms of emotional garbage that each of us carry at some time somewhere. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster Lal Bar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hardik, for the wonderful evaluation. And now I am here with my tag team who will be presenting the overall evaluation of the whole meeting. First, I would like to call upon stage timer of today's meeting, Toastmaster Vikrant. Toastmaster Vikrant, over to you.
Just hold on. I'm sharing my screen. use of Excel sheet, make pieces of cake to make a report of this. So I am sharing the screen, this one. Yes, starting from Sergeant Arm, he took 1 minute 55 seconds. Deciding officer Toastmaster is 7 minutes and 5 seconds. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jayesh, initially took 9 minutes 2 seconds, and after that 6 minutes 45, means around 15 minutes. General evaluated Toastmaster Lal Babu Singh, before he was 2 minutes and 1 second, and now he's continue. Timer Toastmaster Vikrant, before he took 3 minutes 1 second, and now it is continue. Counter and grammarian both have still remaining, but before that he took 1 minute 5 seconds and 1.22 second respectively. Coming to the speaker, speaker one Toastmaster Rahul took 5 minutes and 16 seconds. His speech evaluator Toastmaster Pransu, while reading the objective, he took 1 minute 5 seconds, and while presenting the report, he took 3 minutes 25 seconds. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Bharat took 6 minutes and 44 seconds. His speech evaluator Toastmaster Hardik, while explaining his objective, he took 1 minute 35 seconds, and while presenting the report, he took 2 minutes 25 seconds. Our guest, someone who from Hong Kong, he took 66 minutes and 30 seconds for her entire session. And table topic speaker, Toastmaster Akshay from Goa, he took 1 minute 22 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmaster Lal Babu Singh from DOTC, he took 2 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Horse, he took 2 minutes 27 seconds. Toastmaster Hardik, who took 2 minutes 22 seconds. Toastmaster Rutvik, who took 1 minute 54 seconds. Toastmaster Bharat took 1 minute 35 seconds, and Gesh Hussain 1 minute and 5 seconds. This is all my report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikrant, for that elaborate timeless report for the today's meeting. Next, we have today our AHA counter, Toastmaster Ritik. Toastmaster Ritik, over to you. Ritik, you are on mute. You will have to unmute yourself. Thank you.
Okay, so let's start with you, Toastmaster Lal Babu Singh. So you said one time. So most of the time is everywhere. The Toastmaster Vikrant said for 2 times. Then me, actually I am winning this because I said for 3 times, for 2 times in my speeches. The Toastmaster Rahul's icebreaker speech, it was amazing. And for the first speech, he said a sound for 3 times and sound for 1 time. Then Toastmaster Bharat, he said a sound for 2 times. Then Toastmaster Pranshu, the evaluator one, so he said a sound 2 times and sound for 1 time. And then Toastmaster Jayesh, who said only 1 time and our was a table topic speaker Toastmaster Joy. So it was amazing, and how a student can gives his teacher evaluation on public speaking. However, it was amazing, and there was no or any filler sound. So it was amazing, and this is my report at the end of the meeting. And over to you, Toastmaster Lal Babu.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ritik. That was again a pretty elaborate report. Thank you for that. And now we have the last member of our tag team, Toastmaster Aziz, with his grammarian report. Toastmaster Aziz.
Thank you, Dr. Lal Babu. So, grammar report. Word of the day, consummate, have been used by anyone. And phrase of the day has been used by Toastmaster Lal Babu and Toastmaster Rahul. I just give the example of like the word of the day, consummate. Its meaning is complete, perfect, or foolproof, we can say. So it's like we can say complete actor. Instead of that, we can say consummate actor. So once I said to my boss, you are a consummate manager. He become very happy. So I can give one example. India got independence under the consummate leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. It's a good word. Consummate is a good word. We can use as a great adjective. And about the good usage of English, just great speakers are trained. This quote is okay, good. Very thin line between personal grudges, curious soul, long-standing dream, emotional garbage, fruitful session, and recall. And about not so good usage of English, I just noticed that Hindi is frequently coming in our meeting. I guess it is a completely English meeting. I think I urge all of you to speak only in English. And that is one most important thing about this today's meeting. Please avoid using Hindi or other language. And so some kind of like wrong, not so good usage of English also I noticed. Like presently I was working. I guess presently I am working is a better usage of English. Then fourth pillar, instead of that, four pillars is better usage of English. And did say, I guess did say is better usage. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Thank you, grammarian Ajish. Thank you for pointing out all the minor errors and good uses of the word. And now it's my time, the general evaluator. I know our meeting has overshot the timing by some 20 minutes. So I will try to be quick into my evaluation. Starting from the very first thing before the meeting, I could see that the meeting were promoted well. I could see the posters being circulated into different WhatsApp groups and everywhere. So it was promoted well. And of course, we had our TTM training session today by Toastmaster Joy. So that was a great start by the HCTC PR team. Second thing, meeting started well on time. 2-minute delay cannot really be accounted for. I think it's perfectly started well on time. SAA set the ground rules well, set the Toastmaster missions. And since it is an online meeting, we do give some Zoom online standards, like you have to keep yourself on mute and everything. So you did that well again. What we could do as a SAA when we start our mission and then set the ground rules for the Zoom meeting, we could say two additional things for our guests who are joining or who are very new to this environment itself, that where should we be keeping our camera? Where should we will be, making our eye contact with the screen, with the camera. So these little things, where should the light source be? These little things really help the newcomers address and experience it in a better way. Again, you did a great job. Coming to the guest introduction, our presiding officer did a great job introducing the guests, but I was missed as in the guest introduction. Remember, I am a guest to your club and your club member may not know me. So though I am a Toastmaster, I am a guest to your club. So I should have been introduced. I don't mind not being introduced at all. Again, coming to the Toastmaster of the day, great job. What a energy that you brought to the meeting. I was jumping on my seat. Yeah, I want to hear more of him. I want to hear more of him. And I did hear more of you. While I was hearing more and more of you, I got a little bit confused in which direction we are really trying to move. I saw the posters and posters was talking about our TTM session by Toastmaster Joy. We didn't see any theme going into this meeting. And while you were talking about the unity and ego and enemies, we started talking about this club is for everyone. And guest or new member might have thought, why are we talking about something that is so obvious? And also somewhere we stressed those first 5 to 10 minutes, and that actually ate up a lot of our time going into the meeting down the line. So again, a great job, but we need to understand if we have a very focused session on some meetings, we need to have a master of ceremony rather than the TMOD, so that we can guide the meeting better without having a certain theme. So again, a great job there. After that, we had general evaluator briefly explaining himself and the roles. I think our tag team did a great job in explaining their roles. Timer did a great job. He explained his role. He explained the essence of time, why timing is important. And then he showed the shuffling of the card by what the red, green, yellow, and the red cards going to mean. He talked about the different timing guidelines for the different session, for the prepared speech, for our table topic session, and for our evaluation session. For the table topic session, I would like to say that there is a grace period only at the end of it and not the start. So a speaker has to speak for at least 1 minute and up to 1 minute and 30 seconds. So that is the timing for it. Apart from that, you did a great job. Then we had the R counter. Again, did a great job. He explained his role well. R counter is a role very underrated in almost all of the Toastmaster meetings. People don't really understand what is going on, why we need a R counter, why is very important to avoid. And you could have really took that 30-second, first 30 seconds to talk about why it is very important. Maybe we can have this recording and share this with everybody to tell them that our Toastmaster Joy did not say one and how engaging she was to listen to. And this is something that you can actually take away from the meeting. I think we can use this as our benchmark for our remaining meetings, right? Then we had the grammarian, again, did a great job, explained word of the day, phrase of the day. I think he said that we have to encourage people by showing the thumbs up. You can do the thumbs up or you can do the virtual thumbs up, but people weren't doing it. I don't know why, but it was a great word of the day and phrase of the day. Once you are giving the word of the day and the phrase of the day, if a word has multiple meanings, try to give both meanings so that people understand where it can be used. At the same time, see if it has a different connotation and give the connotation too, so that people understand things better. But overall, it was again a great role explanation by all of you, our tag team. Coming to the prepared speech session, I think it was taken care of pretty well. Evaluators were asked to come and introduce the pathways and the speech objective. I would recommend every evaluator to please come on the stage and say the pathway first and then the speech objective, so that the people who are listening, the members and the guests, understand that this speech belongs to certain pathways and how they have to perceive it, what are the expectations from it, because sometimes the speech objective itself doesn't make maybe the whole sense, and with the speech pathway, it can make more sense, right? So again, great job by both this our evaluators. And I think evaluators has already covered about the speech, and everybody will be giving their evaluations to our speakers. So I won't really delve deep into the speech evaluation itself. Coming to the next session, that was the educational session. Again, a great job. I think we cannot really praise, we can't talk enough about this. It was a great session by Toastmaster Joy. Everybody was engaged, and I felt so hooked that I wanted to listen something that Toastmaster Joy says said already. So it was a great session. We had those 5-6 topics, and I could see, as I or the first two people actually volunteered and they got the encouragement to speak, the evaluation, people were trying to volunteer more. They felt interested. Of course, we were running out of time, so we couldn't take more speakers. But again, a fantastic session that we had today. Coming to our evaluators, our evaluator one, he used the CRC approach, Toastmaster Pran. So you use the CRC approach, and you started by citing one of the example of the speech that, you use something like emission or something. Now, when you are trying to cite your speaker in your evaluation to talk about certain point, ensure that you quote the speaker and don't say something like emission or something. A speaker might feel unheard, or he might feel that you haven't really listened his speech properly. So if you're citing, try to use the whole sentence, so that they understand it better. Apart from that, again, a great job. But one thing that you might have to do a little bit better on is the time management. So when we are talking about the CRC approach, we have that 3 minutes. So in the first 30 seconds, I think we introduce our speaker and applaud them, and then for the next 1 minute we try to comment on every good thing that we have, but understand that this is evaluation and we need to focus onto the parts where the speaker can improve, and take that another 1 minute to speak about the things that he can improve. And once you see that yellow card coming on, try to wrap up and summarize things in the last part, which comes as the C of the end, right? So you can use that. I think evaluator to Toastmaster Hardik did again a great job and did everything better. And now coming to our tag team report, timer Toastmaster Vikrant. Great job. I have never seen a timing done so elaborately. You actually timed everybody to a perfection of the seconds. So that was a great job. Now trying to understand the role itself, we need to time every part of the meeting to understand the flow of it. And I expect that the role players, as they go ahead with the structure of the meeting, they will ask their timers, where are we in the timing? Are we lagging? Are we leading? And that really helps guide the overall meeting. But apart from that, another thing that we could have done as a timer is that we need to know the timing of our speakers first, and then the overall timing of our other role player, so that understand how the meeting overall went. We do not necessarily need every little details of every speaker that you did. It was a great job, but we can actually condense it a bit. Again, a great job by that. And then we had the R counter giving his report so succinctly. So it was great again, and our the meeting. So overall, it was a great day, a great meeting. I have picked up all these little nuances because I know the kind of meeting and kind of expectations that people have from HCTC Club. And I would really hope that we do a great job again. But yeah, I think that is, I think I spoke a lot. Oh my God, how long I spoke. But yeah, I think that was it from my side as a general evaluator. And as I end my speech, I would like to invite all of you who are here in the meeting right now to my club's open house session tomorrow. It's at the 3 p.m. at this time. I'll share the link with Toastmaster Isa and into our today's meeting. Please come, please grace the meeting, because it's going to be a meeting of a highly skeptical crowd of engineers, employees of Reliance, who want to know what Toastmaster really is all about. And I want our crowds to showcase them that, yeah, we are going to have a great time together, right? So please come, and over to you, presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Isa. I'm sorry if I took a lot of time. Thank you.
Isha, you're on mute.
Thank you so much. I don't think so. We have much time left. Even I had some things. So I'm right now outside. So quickly, I'll take I think the guest feedback. How
We are
was
left
the
with
meeting?
your awards, I believe.
We are left with the awards. Can we first just launch the polls? We'll not share the certificates pertaining to the time right now. We'll share the certificates personally. That would be great. So can we just launch the poll first for
Can I do
the
the
best
honors of that?
evaluator? Yeah.
All right, thank you. So then let me take it forward. Thank you very much, General Evaluator, for your lovely words and constructive feedback. We'll definitely look upon it. And now let me launch the poll for the best evaluator. We have two evaluators, Toastmaster Prancho and Toastmaster Hardik. Kindly cast your votes. Oh, nail biting. All right. Okay, great. Thank you very much. I end the poll here. Let us move ahead with the next. That is for the best role player. We have four nominations here. That is SA and the tag team. So I'm going to launch it here. There you go. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. I end the poll here. And for the best leader, we have GE and the TMOD. There you go. That is GE is Toastmaster Lal Babu Singh and TMOD is Jayesh. Fabulous. That's great. I have received the results, and I would like to thank everyone for participating, and especially to Joy for coming here. I just want to ask you one question before I hand it over to the president for the feedbacks. How did you like this meeting, and what is the time in Hong Kong right now?
Okay, so it is 8:05 p.m. in Hong Kong.
All
I
right.
really enjoyed the meeting. I think like we do it a little differently over here, at least like general evaluator. This is the first time I'm hearing of tag team,
All right.
because you're usually the TME or Toastmaster of the day. Usually we call it TME over here. Most clubs do evening meetings. So that person will be in charge of introducing everyone. So it was very unique way of doing things, and I really enjoyed the meeting.
Okay, fantastic. Please do keep coming, and we would be enlightened to listen to your speeches, to your reports, to your evaluations very soon. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Toastmaster Isha, I would like to give this platform to you back. Over to you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. What a fabulous meeting, guys. So without wasting the further time, I'm not gonna take much time. I'm not gonna use much words over here. We're already standing on 5:36, and I'm gonna rush for the results. Let's announce the best speaker. TMOD, can you do that, please, for me?
All right, thank you. So the best speaker award goes to
Any guesses?
Is it our icebreaker today? Generally, icebreakers win the award.
drum roll. Absolutely. It is Toastmaster Bharat.
Wow. Congratulations, Toastmaster Bharat, and congratulations to both the speakers. It was fabulous hearing both of you. Moving on, the best evaluator. Who was the best evaluator today?
So the best
Guesses again.
evaluator. All right, guys, it is not one, it is two. Both of them, it's a tie.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations, Toastmaster Pranshu, for giving your first evaluation so crisply. Congratulations, Toastmaster Hardik, again. You are a fabulous speaker. Now, moving on to our best leader. Who's our best leader? Toastmaster
Best
Jayesh.
leader. Absolutely. One and only one. That is
Is it our
Toastmaster Lal
Toastmaster
Babu.
of the day?
It is
Wow,
Toastmaster Lal.
Toastmaster Lal Babu Singh. I must say, Toastmaster Lal Babu Singh, apologies
Thank you.
again. I have texted on the chat, though, apologies again that I missed your introduction. But I feel that you're already the part of the club. We have been going on and for to each other's clubs so much that I feel that we already are having DODTC and HCTC as one club.
Thank
So
you.
moving on, and all the best for your next meeting tomorrow. Moving on to the last award of the day, that is best role player. Any guesses again, guys?
We have a tie, guys. Just want to tell you this.
It has to be a tie. Is it a third three-way tie? Because we can have it.
Wow.
Okay, so it's a tie, and the best role player goes to Toastmaster Rutvik and Toastmaster Keshav.
Wow, congratulations. Congratulations to all the role players. I encourage everyone to take the participation in the meeting, improving your role, doing your development through these simple roles. They may be simple, but these are your milestone and stepping stone towards improving yourself. Thank you so much, first of all, to everybody who came to the meeting, had their patience to hold on till the end and listening to all of us, bearing all of us with all the patience and enjoying the meeting throughout. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me know your feedback if you enjoyed it or not. Here I hereby adjourn the meeting. Oh, just wait. We need to have a feedback. Feedback from our guest who told that I didn't take his introduction. Oh my God.
Hello.
Can I
Hello,
have your-
everyone. This is
Yes.
hello, everyone. This is Toastmaster Akshay here. Good evening.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
evening,
especially
Akshay.
it's my first time at what's this name of this club? I'm the HTC, right? I don't know.
Heritage
what it was.
HCTC.
Toastmasters Club. Yeah.
Heritage. Okay, thank you. So I got this link from one of the guest group, that is Friends of Anaponte. I think you had sent, right? Toastmaster Isha
Yes.
Samrina. You only sent. So I got this link from you only, and because of that, I joined this meeting. So sorry for the delay, because I was not knowing the password. So that's why Toastmaster Keshav told me about the password. and I joined it. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akshay. It was fabulous listening you. Thank you so
And
much
one thing,
joining all.
and one
Yes, yes.
announcement is that, and one announcement I'd like to make is that our meeting will be on the 15th of February. That is the Goa YMCA Toastmasters meeting, and I am the Sajjad Arms of that meeting. And I'm requesting all to please join at YMCA club meeting, which will be on the 15th of Feb. Timing will be meeting room opens at 6:45 and meeting starts at 7 o'clock.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Akshay. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Goa. We have people from Kolkata to Goa and to Hong Kong. Yes. So some evaluation first of all from the guest. Let's say Akshay has given the evaluation. Guest Hussein, can you unmute yourself and give your feedback, please?
Yeah, sure. It's first of all, thank you so much. It was really great meeting. One thing that I learned was the confidence that I didn't have, but right now I feel more confident to giving the speech about that photograph thing. And I got a link from Pranshu, Toastmaster Pranshu, so I would like to thank him as well. And looking forward to join all the meetings further.
Wow, wow, Hussein, that's actually great. I am really glad that you learned something from the meeting, and I'm looking forward to have you in the meetings as a member from the next meeting, hopefully. So
Yes.
moving on to the next, thank you so much. Moving on to the next guest. Who's our next guest? Let's have something to hear from Lal Babu Singh as a guest this time, please.
President, I have spoken at length for 10 minutes. I don't think I should speak anymore. It was a great being here, and I wanted to come here as somebody who is contributing, and I'm glad that you contacted me to be the GE. Honestly, I have to prepare for this role. I actually prepared for this role. I haven't done this for a long time. So yeah, it was a great meeting. And if not for this, I might not have really, I might have missed the opportunity, to listen to Toastmaster Joy. So thank you for giving me this role. I am one of those 25 people who was here to listen to her and learn. So yeah, it feels great. And I hope that you share the video with us and with everybody so that we can circulate it among the clubs, right? Because it's going to be a great learning. Trust me, a lot of people don't know this just right now. So thank you. And it was a great meeting. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lal Babu Singh, for joining us. And hopefully you join us more in the future. Let's hear it from our guest. Lastly, Joy Pamnani, how was it? How do you like the HCTC? How was the vibes here?
Yeah, a lot of fun. I can see everybody's dedicated to learning more and progressing in their communication and leadership journey. I think that's great. I just have one like minor suggestion. Maybe you could put the speech title on the agenda, because if somebody misses out on it, or if they come to a meeting late, then they may not know the title of the speech and the
Right.
objectives.
Right.
No, sure, we'll do that. Thank you so much for suggesting that. Indeed, so hereby, with all the guest evaluations and awards announced, I declare the meeting adjourned. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Well
much,
done.
guys, for joining.
Thank you,
Well done,
everyone.
guys.
Please come and visit us tomorrow, guys.
अरे
We will
sure
tell
sir,
you.
हम तो वहाँ पे रहेंगे.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
All right.
Okay,
Bye,
Joy.
everyone.
Thank you, Joy,
Have
for
a great
joining
day.
us.
Well,
Bye-bye.